Dear guests, today's event will start in 2 minutes and it will be streamed live on AFC website. Please turn your mobile phones on silent mode and importantly, stay seated throughout the whole event. The doors to the event hall will now be closed.
We just concluded the AFC Under-16s Women's Championship 2019 qualifiers draw and will proceed with our second draw of the day, which is the AFC Under-19 Women's Championship qualifying draw. We have 30 member associations competing and definitely a competition to look out for. This competition will consist of 2 qualifying rounds leading up to the finals, where there will be 6 groups in qualifying round 1 and 6 group winners plus 2 second-best teams will make it to qualifying round 2. Without wasting any more time, let us proceed with the main event, which is the AFC Under-19 Women's Championship 2019 qualifying draw.
A very good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to AFC House Kuala Lumpur, the home of Asian football. We are all gathered here today to witness the AFC Under-19 Women's Championship 2019 qualifiers draw. My name is Deborah Pereira, and I will be your MC for today. We have many distinguished guests among us today. I would like to warmly welcome the team's representatives, who are the stars of today's draw, and members of the media. All 27 teams involved in today's draw will be competing for a spot among the top 8 to qualify to the final competitions next year. Before we proceed with the draw procedure, let's look at how it all works with this video explaining the technical procedures of the draw mechanism.
AFC U-19 Women's Championship 2019 qualifiers. 30 member associations of the Asian Football Confederation will participate in the AFC U-19 Women's Championship 2019. Competition format. The top 3 teams of the AFC U-19 Women's Championship China 2017, Japan, DPR Korea, and China PR, receive a direct qualification into the finals. All remaining teams start their participation from qualifiers round 1. Host of the final competition will receive a direct qualification into the finals. However, the host of the final competition will also participate in the qualifiers round 1 for technical reasons. Seeding for AFC U-19 Women's Championship 2019 Qualifiers Draw. Seeding for the draw shall be based on the rankings of AFC U-19 Women's Championship China 2017. The AFC U-19 Women's Championship 2019 participating teams who did not participate in the 2017 edition have been added in the table as the lowest ranked teams, namely Afghanistan, Bangladesh, Guam, Laos, Lebanon, Malaysia, Maldives, Mongolia, Nepal, Pakistan, Singapore, and United Arab Emirates. There shall be 3 groups of 5 teams and 3 groups of 4 teams, total 6 groups, in qualifiers round 1. 6 group winners and 2 best second-placed teams shall qualify for the qualifiers round 2, total 8 teams. Each group shall play a 1-round league in a centralized venue. Draw mechanics. Teams will be allocated into 4 seeding pots according to the seeding table shown earlier. The host member associations will be drawn into separate groups. Draw will commence following sequence from pot 4 to pot 1. The first team drawn from pot 4 will be placed in position A5. The second team drawn will be placed in position B5. The third team drawn will be placed in position C5. Then the 4th to 9th team drawn from pot 4 will be placed in position A4 to F4 respectively. The remaining 3 balls will be moved to pot 3. First to 6th team drawn from pot 3 will be placed in position A3 to F3 respectively. Same procedure and order applies to pot 2. In order to apply separation of hosts into different groups, a host of qualifiers from this pot shall not be drawn into the same group as the other host of qualifiers drawn earlier, and if drawn together, will be moved to the next group with the following drawn team taking its place. Unless a host of qualifiers from this pot is drawn earlier, the last remaining group with no host shall be reserved for host of qualifiers from this pot, and any team drawn to the last remaining group with no host shall be moved to the next group. First to 6th team drawn from pot 1 will be placed in positions A1 to F1 respectively. The same rules of separation of hosts will apply. That will conclude the draw for the AFC U-19 Women's Championship 2019 qualifiers.
Now that we are all clear on how the draw mechanism works, to conduct the draw, I would like to invite on stage Ms. Jessie Dai from National Team Competitions Department. Jessie.
Dear guests, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Welcome to attend the draw for today, and then we will see how the grouping will go for the AFC Under-19 Women's Championship 2019 qualifiers. We have 27 teams for the qualifiers, which will be played in October later this year, and we have among them 6 teams will make their first appearance in AFC Under-19 Women's Championship. Now we start from pot 4, but we have 12 teams in this pot, and we will draw teams into position 5 and 4 respectively. First team for today's draw for Under-19, Mongolia. First time participation, and also will be host of Group A. And the second team for position 5 in Group B, Singapore. And the third position 5 team, Maldives. They will also make their debut to the Under-19 Women's Championship. And And now we move to position 4 in each group respectively. The first team for A4, Lebanon. Next team going to B4, Nepal. Another team that first time participate in under 19. For C4, have Guam. Next team will be the first team for Group D, Bangladesh. They have missed the championship in 2015 and 2017. And for Group E, the first team will be Malaysia. Their last time participation was back to 2006. So welcome back Malaysia to under 19 age group. The last team for position 4, Laos. First time in under 19. Now the remaining 3 teams will be moved to pot 3, joining Northern Mariana Island, Tajikistan, and Palestine. These teams will be going to position 3 in each group. For A3, Afghanistan. This will mark their first appearance in AFC women's competitions among all categories. Next team, going to B3, Pakistan. Also first time in under 19 women's championship. Now for Group C, joining Guam and Maldives, United Arab Emirates. First time participation in this competition. For Group D, joining Bangladesh, Tajikistan. They will be hosting Group D. Okay, the remaining teams that go into Group E, together with Malaysia, Northern Mariana Islands. And the last team from pot 3 will be going to Group F, Palestine, active participants in all AFC women's competitions. Moving on to pot 2, the 6 teams that will be going to position 2. Hong Kong for A2, for B2, joining Pakistan, Nepal, and Singapore. That will be India. Next team from pot 2, Kyrgyz Republic. One of the hosts from for the qualifiers that will be hosting Group C. Next team going to D2, Chinese Taipei. One of the teams in the final stage back in 2009. Next team going to E2, Jordan. And the remaining team from Pot 2 will be going to F2. That's Islamic Republic of Iran. Now we have the last 6 teams for the draw. They will be going to the top position in each group. Australia, 4th place team in 2017, which was also their best performance in this competition. Thailand, going to Group B, position 1, and will also be the host for Group B. Next team, if it's host, marked as red, Myanmar, it will be going to the next group without host. If it's other team, it will be going to C1. Uzbekistan, they qualified to the final stage in last edition and reached 6th place. Same principle for Group D. We'll see who will be the next team drawn. Korea Republic, 2 times champion in 2004 and 2013. Now we have for E1 position, Vietnam. Also one of the 8 finalists in last edition. And the last team from Pot 1 will be going to F1, will also be the host for Group F, Myanmar. With this, we conclude the draw for AFC U-19 Women's Championship 2019 qualifiers. Wish all the teams all the best in their preparation for the competition. Thank you.
Thank you, Jessie. Ladies and gentlemen, please allow me to recap on the draw results. For Group A, Australia, Hong Kong, Afghanistan, Lebanon, and Mongolia. For Group B, Thailand as host, India, Pakistan, Nepal, and Singapore. For Group C, Uzbekistan, Kyrgyz Republic as host, United Arab Emirates, Guam, and Maldives. For Group D, Korea Republic, Chinese Taipei, Tajikistan as host, and Bangladesh. For Group E, Vietnam, Jordan, Northern Mariana Islands, and Malaysia. For Group F, Myanmar as host, Islamic Republic of Iran, Palestine, and Laos. This marks the end of the AFC Under-19 Women's Championship 2019 qualifiers draw. The matches will be played from 20th to 28th of October this year. I wish the teams the very best of luck, and may the matches be played in the spirit of fair play. The match schedule will be distributed to you shortly. Thank you for your attendance.